Are you a cool dad?
Am I a cool dad, Christine? I'm a cool dad, Christine. I'm gonna take this off, old truck driver side of the ass. I live though. I was here.
It was so bizarre.
I was here for it. Actually, this whole episode, I was here for it.
I really enjoyed this one. I really enjoyed this one.
Quite entertaining, even though the script still needed a rewrite for some of the material that was given through these,
They were just bad actors.
Yeah. We'll get to that in just a second. I want to do that meow meow shuffle. The one with Shaq.
Oh. I can't. I will not. What the fuck? Where?
I don't know.
From whence did it come?
I just saw it in a GIF and I just kept it there. But
I hate that day. He's sitting. I'm like, ugh. Why did it look like that?
Oh, it's your boy Matty Rants.
And Jamari 4.
Here we are again for RuPaul's Drag Race Season 11, Episode 2. We have a rant and review for you. Now, I've napped over this. We had to take a day break because me and Jamar's schedules were just not working. So you saw the live stream yesterday. For those of you who have been emailing me and saying, Maddie, where is it? This is it right here. We're doing it right now. So we're going to try to keep this not too long because we kind of went in the last time. Even
How many times we say that and we'll still be here?
I'm going to try my best, Jesus. I'm going to try my best. But we need to go ahead and get on into
I'm
the
going to say that starts by us starting.
Right now.
So, Soldier's eliminated.
I imagine.
No. Absolutely not.
We didn't imagine that, cyst. Ooh.
I would rather not have imagined that, but we did anyway because she went into such detail.
Full description.
Location, longitude, and latitude.
Google Maps it, bitch.
She dropped the pin and it oozed.
You have arrived.
Oh, look. See, this is why they're an hour long. This is your fault.
But anywho, the girls had a random cis conversation about it. And since they decided
no, we're
that...
not doing that either.
Well...
We're not doing that either. No.
Since they decided that it's, sad that Soju left, but Lord, that was a lot of information for the first day. Sad to see you go, bye, girl. Some people are still a little bit aggressive. It's the nicest way to put it about Silky, I guess, after the elimination.
Forthright.
Aggressive. That's such a nice way to put that. They were a little aggressive, but...
Pointed.
Since this episode was a lot of drag references in these parodies that they were doing here. But yeah, it was, okay, so the room is still a little hot. We'll see who speaks first.
Listen. Let's go ahead and get it. Because there's so much little appetizers around the meal that we want to get into it. We're going to get right into the meat.
So hello. The girls walk back into the workroom. There's a couple of jokes. You know how they line them up. Oh, what you got to say? I got something to say. Oh, fuck, marry, kill. And Silky set herself up to be...
She really did.
Now, you know good and damn well.
Get you somebody to fry some good chicken.
You start the game, but then you have somebody start answering the questions who it was Kahana first, and we all know why that was done. So then when it got to...
We wanted to know.
Yes. So we got to one person, and then before we get to the next one to answer on the marry, the kill part, or whatever the case may be, here comes Silky Ganache. Girl, but what about me? You got to get yourself somebody like this and all that, da-da-da-da-da.
We're like, okay, see, when somebody does that in the atmosphere, we're supposed to be like, for play.
That means you were serious about this game.
Okay, so you want me to pick you. I'm going to pick you. And then now the game is ruined because this is probably not what I would have said. But since you brought this up, that's what that whole thing was.
But I'm happy that everybody else caught wind to how they were going to play the game, which was kill Silky, kill Silky, kill Silky. Silky, you set yourself up, girl. Had you not said nothing, you would have had less kills, okay?
You would have been just fine.
Literally got booted from the game, Miss Thing. She died too many times, okay? She's not worth it for the team. So, after that cute little whatever moment, we have RuPaul come in all the bald glory that he is of the king. And he decides to tell us that we have another mini challenge that we have to do. Aren't we all happy about that?
Already.
Very good. But they just bring back the challenge that we're all used to before, which is the photobombing challenge. Which, okay, cool. I'm on it. Standouts?
Half of them are forgettable. Standouts for me was Evie.
I'm sorry.
What?
No, forgettable. Half the standouts for me.
Look, you see what they do. They'll give you the full judge for about 6 of them. Then they'll be like, okay, do.
Because we had to see Silky undressing.
Oh, well, they were going to show that. They were going to show
things I imagine.
You did. But I
imagine. I wanted to.
She was like, oh, okay. So
that was
like,
a lot.
You know what? It was on the screen.
I'm like, every time they do the whole let me get naked thing, I'm like, help, attention, please, focus on me. Everybody that does it. All of them. At
least when Eureka did it, it was like, okay, I'm going to go all out for this challenge.
And that was for a skit. So it was kind of like, she needed to get undressed for that. It worked.
But this felt unnecessary. You didn't even have to.
Because Rue was already living for it. And then she's like, well, I'm just going to
go all the way. Fuck it.
I said, all right. Fuck, marry, kill, and D, bitch.
I would have said that Evie would have won. For me personally, I already wrote it down because I thought she was going to win. And I was like...
That shit was hilarious with the phone. Doll parts.
Like,
I was here for it. Shout out to Evie. I'm a fan, actually, since the season started.
But Silky still won.
And Brooklyn Heights won, too. It was a double win.
I don't think because Brooklyn won last week.
No, they said Brooklyn and Silky.
I don't even remember what Brooklyn did.
Brooklyn split her legs open and gave you power bottom tees. She gave you, put it in and don't take it out, Daddy. I enjoy this.
Didn't Vanjie just straight up bend over?
Yeah. But can we talk about Vanjie's makeup in that mini chat? Whoa, girl, that was funny. That was Jonathan. I was here for it. So Silky and Brooklyn are now assigned to pick teams for today. And we all know how Brooklyn picked her team. Shh. And then you have Silky. Wow. Come on in, get in here, all that type of stuff.
Very loud.
So it was definitely a mute, and then it was also level 10 volume. I'm afraid your earbuds are gonna blast.
Brooklyn did have Raja.
She picked Raja because Raja was one of the people who was annoyed by Silky. Oop.
Oh, that's the thoughts
it
going in?
It was pretty much every person who was picked for Brooklyn's team was everyone who was annoyed with Silky, which is pretty much all of them. But but the people who Silky picked were people who wouldn't like trip off of it, like, oh yeah, she's loud, but I'm not really gassed by the situation. Now Scarlet Envy was very upset that she was not the one chosen first because she's Julia Roberts.
We don't like you. That's what they said. We don't like you.
I was like, well, we do not speak on behalf of the Matty Rants channel. No.
That's what they were thinking. And I'm like, we don't like you, darling.
She said, big mistake. Huge. Bitch, I was living. I was like, where is that from?
For some reason, the way that she shapes her lips is like very, it's like, you can't, like very vocal fry. Anybody else look very vocal?
I said, Scarlett, you gave us a soundbite, sis. You better come with it. You're going to be the actress that you claim to be. So I was very pleased with what happened later. But it was like, oh, really, y'all? I act. This is what I do. And you don't pick me first?
Well, we didn't know that unless you just said it prior to. And we didn't see it.
Probably did. But that's the thing. When you get in that workroom, for me, I'm like, this is what I'm really good at. Because if it comes down to teams and you want to be with the people you want to be with, everyone needs to know what you're good at already off top. Because it's like, well, let's just pick her and see what happens. And we see what happens when that happens.
But then people say they're good at something.
And
the opposite occurs.
Oh, I do Diana Ross all the time. Oh, no, wait, what was it? Who was it that said that? Dax exclamation point. No. Excuse me, Honey Mahogany. I've never done Diana, but everyone tells me I can do Diana. Do you remember that season before the Black Swan? And she was like, I got this. And it was like, girl, who is she? I'm confused who this lady is upstairs.
When I just think of Diana, I just think of
BB.
Not BB. What's that? Milan.
Oh.
I just think.
She was Diana Ross. That was crazy to me.
On speed. Diana Ross on speed.
Oh, poor Diana. That was not. You didn't deserve that, mama. Not from no Milan. This thing. Oof.
Anywho, like I said, we're gonna still try to keep this short. Good God, girl, get out.
Good God, girl, get a grip. Latrice, where's your check? Okay, continue.
They're gonna use all these references to the whole thing. That was Silky's team, and why it gotta be black? Panther. I'm so mad at that.
Yeah, that was.
I was so mad at that. Was Brooklyn's team, and as we mentioned, Brooklyn's team was Nina, Raja, Honey, Sugarcane, Plastique, and Ariel. Silky had Akiria, Vanjie, Mercedes Iman, Evie, Kahana, and Scarlett.
With the exception of Mercedes and Scarlett, everybody on that team had a vocal octave. But Mercedes, Scarlett, a little low.
Opala.
Yo, we not even there. Opolas.
Listen,
everything.
that was one of those things that was so bad that I will remember that shit. Because it was so
Michelle,
fun.
opulence. And then she goes, opulence. She's like, opulence. She's like, okay, you got it, great. Opulence. On everything. But then Kahana.
Bitch, let me tell you, Kahana was trying her best to save what was whatever that was supposed to be. But
girl,
just because Mercedes fucking it up, leading it in, fucking it up.
I'm tired. I'm tired.
I'm not Mercedes. I'm not through with you. But I will come back. But those are the teams, and this is when Rue starts stirring doing this.
Oh, now, okay, so we did jump a little bit into what happened with the challenge, but let's stay within the room and the time frame that we're in. Rupaul, you messy bitch. So I'm glad you set this up. You went over to that team and you was like, so what you think about the other team? And then you knew once somebody said, well, there's a personality over there, it was like,
who in particular? Basically, I've seen all the
Ariel
footages.
took the bait.
I basically watched all these footages. I knew who y'all talking about. I'm just going to make y'all say who y'all talking about.
Let's see who's supposed to be there. I want to hear who's got the words. Let's hear the alphabet soup. Ariel was the first one to give her spoon up, bitch, and I was like, oh, here we go. And then everybody chimed in, and I'm glad y'all saw that. All of them chimed in.
Oh, by the way, yeah, I did.
They all had a personal opinion, which is when we get to this conversation where Evie was reading girls and somebody felt that bullet hit them, child. It was like, because you did say something, but okay. They all spoke. Everyone had an open mouth dialogue with Rue about, I don't like her because of this. This bothers me. She's a little too loud. Whatever. 3 or 4 words, you spoke on her. Now, RuPaul and all that bald-headed glory came over here at Shine, and said, so silky. It ain't team.
Who on the other side are you having problems with? Like, are they, getting in your way?
Because they said. I said, Rue, you messing
who said it? She's like, oh, these folks got something to say. I'm going to bring that up later.
But we got to talk about how Silky responded.
Oh, girl.
It was perfect.
I was like, oh, girl.
Tried to stir the pot. She said, well, I got a big straw. Ooh.
I was gay. Suki pulled out the resume. She's like, I do have, what she call it? A master's in organizational leadership. And I will get me a PhD in global leadership. I said, this bitch has been running off since she walked in the fucking workroom.
I was like, oh my God. Let them know, Silk. Let them know, bitch. But at the same time, I was like, I felt where she might have been like pressed for the rest of the day. Because it's like she had her answer ready for RuPaul for that. You ain't going to bother me. You see, I'm focused, girl. But after that happened, you could hear Akira in the background. Girl, Silk. Sis.
She started to like fluster.
Like, why are they talking about me? Who is talking about me? I said, she's scratching that scab.
She's one of those. She's one that can't even take the fact that somebody has anything potentially negative to say. But rehearsals.
Michelle and Ross were a mood.
They
all that laughing, especially when Angie was talking.
Because the shit was funny.
That's me, bitches. I wouldn't been able to keep it together.
Hold on. Because we're going to be bouncing all over the place.
Start up, David.
Black Panther Group 1, Sugarcane. Now, these are people that I said that were actually good. That I enjoyed.
I'll ding if I agree.
Sugarcane.
Ding.
Wait.
Sugarcane did good, especially that last part that they put through.
Bitch, I almost had the wrong thing.
What were you about to say?
I wrote that up. The way that I had this written is the way that I thought I did. But Sugarcane was good. Plastique was one of the best parts about this. That's it. As far as the good.
Nina West had moments. Rufus. Gone.
What you doing, baby?
Gone. No, it ain't petting time. Gone, because you're licking, sticking, and shit.
He'll be
then lay down. Shit.
But,
yeah, I like Nina West. I like Plastique, and I thought Sugarcane held the group together. Now, everybody else in that team?
The rest of you, Ariel.
Raja.
Annoying.
Oh, you said Ariel's annoying.
Brooklyn, Cameron, and Breast World. Raja. Just Jasmine in the
Oh, Shakespearean one, yeah.
Yes,
I'm the head
Jasmine
cheerleader.
and-
Yes.
Jasmine and the
Everybody
Shakespearean.
was saying that in the live stream. I was like,
And I just thought about that just now. I was like,
she kept on having a and it was like,
Brooklyn
oh,
was giving me Cameron in Breast World. Like the same gig.
just dry.
And I'm just like, and that's all I had.
She worried about other people on her team messing up. I was like, sis, what was so entertaining about what you did?
Oh.
Nothing. But yeah, Sugar, I think Plastique were the ones to really anchor it. Nina West was a good middle run to hold it down.
Give me the credit, but no.
When what was it? Michelle Ross said, "What did you say?" Like,
The credit, but
she go, "Okay," because it was keep it, just keep it.
I love everything that Plastic was doing.
That shit was
Everything.
hilarious.
Gia.
See, that's how you do it, and you're not like some asshole about it.
Gia.
Okay, come on.
Anyway, listen. I had to put
Next.
hearts by her name. Group 2. Evie's laugh.
Evie's laugh needs to be
I just Evie's laugh.
national treasure. Sorry.
Vanjie's whole thing, they thought they were about to set that up to where she was about to fail. First she did not enough, then she did too much. Then she's like, okay, this is gonna be right there in the middle.
I like the second
Hey,
one.
everybody.
I like the second one.
I'm a cool dad.
The southern one. I like the southern one where she was
She's
talking
like, don't don't do it.
They low key used her first take.
It was
it
great.
was the first
I mean,
take.
all the takes they could have reused to secret.
I'm a cool dad, Christine. Wait, was she fucked up but then caught her line back? It was so good.
It made it. Sometimes it just works.
So
Sometimes it just
she said,
works
I
like
mean,
that.
Christine. I was like, come on, Vanjie. It was just entertaining. But yeah, go on.
Shout out to Vanjie.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, Silky, you
It took you a while.
You gave me a good cackle because she forgot her line and said, that fan ain't gonna hurt us. That fan ain't gonna do shit.
They were like, not even in the script, but keep it. I was here when Silky finally got her line right, and she
Like,
turned to them at the
it's
end
like,
like,
Did
yeah.
I get it? It's like, this whole movie is a metaphor for the appropriation of modern day society of drag culture. She had that fucking spoon.
Like, it was carrying her through the words. That made me weak. Now, Mercedes and Kahana come out there and...
Opulence! We own everything.
I'll do Kahana, you do Mercedes, all right?
Opulence! We own everything. First of all, the first thing I noticed from as soon as they walked into that scene, Mercedes, whatever that was.
You talking about that good old line
Whatever.
that wasn't finding its way?
Your wig was way too far back here for you to be doing all this shading of blush all in your forehead and this thing. It looked like she had got a bird spot on her forehead. I was so distracted. And then here she still called opulence. We with this whole bitch. Michelle told you about 10 different times. Opulent.
Mm-hmm.
Opulent.
The opulence.
Every time they just like
with the
fuck
U, it had an A, I.
They just said fuck it. They really just said
and
fuck it.
Kahana, I don't even know why he was there. Hate to be the one to be that guy, but get ready because I haven't got to your runway yet.
Their parts, like when they were trying to warn Scarlett's character, I mean, it was
Scarlett said, y'all gave me all the love. She's like, I don't know if she's trying to get me or if she just believes in me, but damn, I have all, and she really did have like all the lines. I was like, fuck, Scarlett is really holding this down, which I get to give Scarlett credit for.
She did.
Held it down.
She did.
As that is the dumb blonde white woman.
She didn't stay there that whole time. Like she had like funny moments, like when Homegirl said you were the DV, like you don't really do anything. Like that was like a
But you really don't do anything.
There were moments.
She's acting. Are we ready?
Are you ready? Okay.
Are we ready?
So now we get to the really shady part where Silky's like, so, Miss Brooklyn, I heard your team was talking shit. Who was it?
Me.
Everybody
Me in the background. And now here's Evie. Evie stopped what she's doing with smut, all that, and she was like,
"Oh, so nobody."
So no one's gonna say anything.
And Ariel's like, "You know what? Fuck it. I said it." And
but let's be real. Ariel didn't say the full story.
She
gave you the last thing she said in that entire box of "I don't like Silky." And it was the nicest thing that she said out of the unnice things that were said. I understand.
I think she was trying to say, yes, I said it. These are the things that I said. I don't want to just be a bitch about it.
She was trying to sum it up to where no one could get mad. I'm just saying.
I just wanted to be said that this is what was. I don't want to try to turn it into a thing.
At least she said something. At least she said something.
The rest of y'all was all in that confessional and
they
Untucked last week.
Threw Ariel under the bus. Honestly, I gotta be real with that.
They did, but she was like, "Look, if y'all ain't gonna do it, then."
She was the person to start it. Now, I was also a little bit upset with Nina West in the background where she's like, yeah, when Ariel had brought it all up, I was like, no, you didn't. And Untucked just say that she was the whole reason for all of that when you said something yourself.
Y'all all had something to say.
That drove me nuts.
Oh, girl.
I was like, oh, not these people with the, I didn't do it, don't be mad at me. Now, Evie then, after nobody really said something, she was like, what the fuck? And then Ariel says something, and then Evie's like, thank you for being honest about it, because the rest of these girls up here need to step their pussy up.
And I was like, oh. I was like, oh.
Now that's a Leo.
Okay.
I was like, ooh,
and now, Roz was like, hold on. We ain't about to have all this energy, because you coming in real hot right now. And I'm going to need you to calm that down.
Now, Jamar, what is my saying when somebody who is guilty of something, and then something touches the air and they want to grasp at it, it wasn't even for them? A hit dog will holler. She called the room and you answered, you dumb bitch. I was like, now Raja, you done you done let that trap get you.
I see where she was trying to go, but it really should have stopped there. She could have been like, you know what, we could take fault in that, but you ain't about to sit here and just try to say we need to stuff our pussies up. Because it ain't like you didn't have nothing to say either, bitch. So what's the real tea?
Now Evie, after Raja apparently tries to check Evie reapplies that permanent marker back onto her ass. And then Raja starts to come, and that's when Evie said, you need to worry about yourself. Worry about your makeup. Now, Raja...
Now, why Evie say that?
I know you're not coming for my face, girl. Look at you. Look at you over there. What I'm doing and what you're doing. But that was all in the confessional, baby. That don't count. You read her from behind the scenes.
Not to, I guess she'll see it, but still.
That wasn't shit. And that still wasn't shit. Evie read you low, girl, and I was like, ha, ha, ha. It was funny. It was funny with both of them different contacts while you try to come for something. She could never come for me wearing two different colors. Girl, she did. She came. We saw. We went. We drove by. It's on display in the museum. Pictures, $2 because they weren't
really
that.
At the time, if I could have looked at both of them, I would have been like, I'm not really seeing where this is going.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna wait till the finish in. I'm gonna wait till the finished look comes in.
They weren't even done while we were trying to do somebody's makeup, but I was like, okay. Either way, I was here for Evie in that moment.
Now, the ending part of this workroom segment is we got to see Mercedes talk about how she was on the no-fly list, and we have already seen the after effects of the.
I'm happy we had that conversation
because nobody else did it. Nobody else is gonna have that conversation.
And it wasn't just like this is about black and white. It's about somebody who was basically their name looks different.
Right. She's not even from that part of the country or that part of the region. They're generalizing her based off her name because it sounds Muslim.
Right. So you get put on a no-fly list because of your name. Like that alone. And imagine everything else that could just come your way to say you don't deserve to fly.
Just because of what your name sounds like. Not even where you're actually from.
And we know why that was put in place. But at the same time, it's like...
That was supposed to be a policy to protect, and people took it to the nth level, I feel like, afterwards.
You had people who couldn't come home and stuck in places. Like, this is supposed to be home.
Not in their own business. Birth certificate and everything. But shout out to Mercedes. We reach out to you and show you love, yes, baby, because we know that is no easy task.
And Drag Race for reminding us that even in moments of shade, there are other moments that we need to be concerned about. Because a lot of you in my feed were like, why do they go from a shady moment to a serious moment?
They do it all the time.
Because that's what this show is.
They do that all the time.
Let's fuck with your emotions and tell you how to feel, baby. This is what TV does, girl. Come on. Next.
On to the runway.
RuPaul first.
RuPaul, you look good this week, baby.
Live.
You look good this week.
Come on, that tribal print. Yes.
The wig was right this time.
It looked good. Your makeup was flawless. I was here.
It was nice and bronzed. It was nice. I was like, she contoured this week. So RuPaul gets 2. So this runway is for what is your sign?
Real quick, though. For the guest judges, just real quick for me. Bobby Moynihan, I'm a fan. Saturday Night Live, you were the greatest. One of the greatest. Excuse me, not the greatest. Second all, I cannot think of her name. Beautiful, beautiful woman. She's in Glow, and that's one of my fucking shows. I love her.
Noel?
Yes, I believe that's her name. She's on Glow. If you don't know what Glow is, get a Netflix subscription, and watch it. It's a great show, great show, and she's really good on it too. And I like her. She's awesome. She was also in Black Panther, I believe, and something else. Yeah,
that's what the main part of it is.
Yeah,
like, oh, she was in Black Panther. Yes. So, are we ready?
We're ready.
Brooklyn as a Pisces. This was a toot. This was definitely a toot. However,
you have a
it's not even like a bad thing, but you showed an even better version of this on Instagram. I was like, ooh, bitch, had you done this, that would have been all the better. But still, both looks amazing.
We'll make sure to have the runway looks, not the Instagram version looks behind us. But I like this. I enjoyed it. You can't judge it on that because, you know, that one was produced.
I said what I said. No, I'm joking. Okay. So, yes, Brooklyn gets a toot. Plastique. Aries. Everything. She said, last week I gave you a nice little cute pump through dress. This week, I'm going to do drag. So, Plastique, yes, ma'am. Thoughts and opinions?
Oh, I'm glad I get to say them since you done ran over me for Miss Brooklyn.
Oh, shit.
That's why I sat here like
no,
this
I thought that was
time,
like the look of keep going.
No, that was my... Well, he's rolling with this, so we're gonna keep rolling. We're gonna keep rolling. No, I kid sis, but
I'm not doing that. We're not doing that.
Matter.
No.
Real quick back to Brooklyn. I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was beautiful. I really don't have any more thoughts on it, so I don't know why I made all that. But yeah, then to Plastique.
You took me through all of that just to...
I just wanted to I'm a Libra. I'm gonna just pick an argument. Come on. So yeah, I love Plastique. My sister is an Aries. Half my family is an Aries. So I know my sister probably was jumping up and down just seeing that look. It was polished. It was clean. It was that makeup. Oh God, that makeup.
I love versatility in makeup.
It's so soft, but then it just had a little hardness to it. Oh my God. Maybe it's just her face that just looks like a little, hi. But yeah, it does look like that, hi. Like, you know, someone you just would meet somewhere and they always wave like this.
Plastique so far has been giving me what I wanted.
I love a good high boot like that. Oh.
Now, do we criticize her for using the same boots on the challenge and on the runway?
Yes, we do. That is minus 20 points for Hufflepuff.
We read, I want to say Latrice for it. We've read Chi-Chi for it.
I love the boot, but I wasn't happy to see it for the second time.
I didn't even notice it because I was too busy on her face.
I didn't either to Michelle, bro.
Right, I didn't even notice it. I was too busy up on this part right here, what she was saying. But
then when you mention it, it's like, oh,
now I can't unsee it.
Yeah, so
but still,
I do cross
regardless,
that.
It's a 2.
She was sickening.
It's still a 2.
Next.
Raja, Capricorn.
Can I have this conversation first?
Are you going to talk about the back of her neck?
Yep.
Oh.
So first of all, you want to read somebody for blending, sis, and you couldn't get the back of your fucking head to match the top of your scalp? The fuck you mean, sis? That was all white. I'm sorry, clown white. Excuse me. And then you had that good number 2 blonde on top. Talking about blending, girl. And that wasn't even the worst part of it. Why are there hooves with this old, yucky looking dress? Because that dress wasn't cute. Pop my neck off that one. Listen, I didn't get it. For me, it was like a Capricorn is a goat and a fish, but I got goat. I didn't get any fish from that. And that's where I was confused with what your look better. Yeah, I got a deer, if anything. The way you made that mug.
Well,
that was a buck, not a doe. I'm just saying. It gave me more... Don't shoot my mom. Like, it gave me that Bambi tease. Like, you know,
Dude, probably
girl,
so many 90s kids.
We gotta walk up into the forest and find her laying on the ground with Thumper just and all that type of stuff. Remind yourselves he had a rabbit and a skunk as a friend.
I didn't hate it. I gave it a 2 with reservation. But
ooh, my eyebrows. Ooh, girl.
I saw it too.
They went like, what?
I gave it a 2 with reservation. It wasn't bad enough for me personally to boot it, but then I'm like, you got only half of the assignment to me right. The like he said, the fish part
was that?
Non-existent.
Because that dress was not scale. Honey.
Was it at least a fishtail dress?
Is that a wet skipper? I don't understand the
I gave you a 2 with a question mark. But
I didn't like
just barely, bitch, by a nail.
Especially after reading somebody for blending. That's why I was like, I was upset. Like, no, you didn't. Like, you better be on your shit if you're gonna talk about somebody. But next,
Nina West.
I want to like you so much, Nina.
This was not enough.
Not for Leo.
This was not enough. So, some other people did Leo so much better than this. That dress looked very
for some other assignment.
Like it could have been made at a high school drama club. Like it was very. I was like, damn, Nina. Listen. I expected more from Nina. I'm sorry. I expected so much more.
What musical number do you think that dress belongs in?
The live version of Avatar. The Airbender.
No, it does
Zula,
not.
the fire princess.
Assignment for the Rant Pack. Assignment for the Rant Pack. Tell us what dress that belongs in, since Jamar says it belongs in a high school production of something. What high school production does Nina West dress belong in? For me personally, I felt cartoon, blah, and I was just like, this is not Leo. I need a little bit more. The crown
it was just
more.
Like,
okay, what about that's Leo? And then the dress has a line on it. All right, Latrice Rael, thank you for painting us the Serengeti again and having us figure out what part of Africa we're in. No, I don't understand it. It just wasn't working for me.
No.
I like her though. I really do.
There's nothing wrong with her. It's just the dress.
Feels very. Ooh, I almost said something. Feels very Pandora box to me. Ooh, no. Nina's makeup's better. All right, next. Matty.
Honey Davenport. Okay, so Honey.
Why did you do that? Honey Davenport. Okay, so Honey.
I saw where this was going. And when she first showed up, when I saw this, I'm like, okay, I'm leaning in. And then she zoomed out, and I was like,
"It's okay. It's okay. That's all. It's okay. That's all. That's my opinion. It's okay."
I was like, it was so much going on here. I mean, I guess focus, but
maybe if it was a different, not a dress, but something else because of how that mane was within the makeup. I still thought it was nice, though. I can't boot the look.
I didn't boot it, but I was just like.
You were trying to figure out what was needed.
It was like something was not there. It was like so close, but not. It was like so close, but not. But I don't know.
It was decent.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
But I'm expecting more, and I don't know why. I think it's because of how everybody online was hyping her up. No shade to you, honey. I don't know what happened what your thought process was when you were getting your outfits and ideas together, but
I still love the wig though.
Oh, the wig was right. It just was.
Even the makeup was nice.
It just was. No, it wasn't. It was alright.
I liked it.
It was okay. That big ass nose was unnecessary. I was like, what is that?
Oh, it's just what did we say? Brown nosing joke. I didn't even notice it until she said that. I was like, oh.
I'm thinking to myself, what is up with all these Disney Channel inspired goof troop noses these people are putting together, honey? I don't.
It's the new wave. It's the new wave, child.
But other than that,
okay, now, bitch.
Who's this? I don't even remember.
You know who I'm about to talk about.
I don't remember.
Sugarcane.
Oh God. Okay, Jamar's a Scorpio. Before we start this up, so
I was praying that somebody in this season was gonna come down this runway in a nice old nasty Scorpio outfit. Like, just give me one.
Get you a little claw.
Just give me a one, like some kind of full something. And here's Sugarcane tiptoeing around the corner.
I said, here's Sugarcane.
Looking like
like Thorgy Thor.
Looking like after a long night of hooking.
Oh, it's Kennedy's.
Trey didn't like the session.
Girl.
I had the same reaction that I had then. And I was just, and it was even more so because, like, bitch, you the only one I got. You are the only one I had. And this is what you give me. God damn you, sugar cane. Boot.
Oh. Is it a boo when you test the burger? Boo.
Wendy tested the burger from McDonald's, Wendy's, and Burger King. It was a boot.
Lord. You know what could have changed that entire look?
Something related to the Scorpio sign?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. This is what I would have done, sugar. Since I see you're a bodysuit girl, I'm seeing it. Instead of all that, whatever the fuck that was coming out of your head, why didn't you have one of those giant French braids that could have gone down? You know the one I'm talking about. That Beyonce wore for the Upgrade You video. Ariana Grande was recently seen with it, where it's done that giant braid, and then had the tip just already ready to look like a scorpion tail, and then just giving yourself like an actual look to emulate off of that.
Something you should have looking like you had an exoskeleton.
That's what I would have done. Very Zsa Zsa Gabor.
Something
very,
you know. Opportunity was missed. I tried to look and see, like, let me see her interpretation. She has long tentacles.
I didn't. It was that Thorgy Thor thing from the reunion. I was like, "What is
City
this?"
String.
Extension cord.
I got lost. It's like the way back in the day when the operator used to do.
I mean, can you watch 4K from that? I was like, golly, but yeah, I felt bad for Jamar. I was watching that on the live, and a lot of you can co-sign for me. I said, "Oh, Jamar is pissed."
I was not happy.
He is not happy.
I really wasn't.
I also know a lot of you weren't happy either because your signs weren't represented, and I felt like, out of all the girls you got in there, all them Capricorns and Pisces, Leos, I said you could have had somebody do something else. But I get it. It's represent your sign. But damn, you need to do that runway again. It's too good.
They'll probably
it's
do
too
it
good.
Again. They'll
yeah.
probably do it again.
It's too good of a category. It's like you could do anything with that, with those looks and the signs. But
so,
are we on to Vanessa yet? My Libra sister? Okay.
Ariel. Nope.
So Ariel Versace is the perfect epitome of Lisa Frank meets some sort of Japanese anime. Very cute, girly. Yeah, it was very cute, and that was a nose I wasn't mad about in how it looked because she actually did some details with it, so it dropped down to give you an actual snout. Shout out to you, Ariel, for your face, because I was like,
oh, the face.
At least she got that right, because the other girls gave me goof troop. Like, I was like,
I meant she flashed the pasties at the end.
That didn't make no damn sense.
I was like, now why? No, but she was like, why you do that for way back there, girl?
It should have been right when you came up to the front,
back there, girl?
And then just kept moving.
You see that little mini twerk she gave us?
That was a twerk? I thought she was just scratching herself. Scratching her cyst. Ha ha! Next person.
Silky Ganache.
PJs.
I didn't like it.
It was PJs. It was low-key PJs.
With tools. Well, not really
no,
tools. What's that material?
Like the stuff
yes,
like
that's stretched on the side of her body.
It was like she was basically going to bed, but she could have.
I didn't even. You know what? I was so distracted by the arm pieces that I didn't even see that she had horns.
She had little horns in. She was giving you goatfish tease, which was more than what I could say for what Raja was doing. But the difference is that Raja had a gown, and while I didn't like the gown, I give it more props than this PJs. Like, girl, you going to bed in that, honey. I did like how you walked down the runway, though. I was here for that. I was here for the...
She was selling it.
She was selling her garment. But and your
know.
Face was beat. Your face was beat. I like the face. But, yeah, I wasn't here for the, I'm going to bed, Mom. I'll see you in the morning. School starts at 7. No.
It's a no for me.
Who's next?
Evie Oddly. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
My first puss.
Oh, yes.
Actually, Plastique deserved a puss just because it's Plastique.
I'm about to say, because she literally walked in and said,
Evie gave me puss because it was so unexpected and it was so together. And even though we can pick apart where, yeah, it's a bodysuit. Yeah, she put this little thing on top of here and it wasn't even right and all that type of stuff.
I didn't even notice none of that.
The creativity behind it and wore dreads. And I was like, ooh, all for it.
I was like, this reminded me of how I felt and reacted to Sharon episode 1 of the Rupacalyptics. And she had that blood. I was like, This is just my gig right here. This is my juice right here.
It gave me
yes, ma'am.
the Wiz apocalyptic tease if the Tin Man and the Lion ended up merging together.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Pretty much.
I'm here for your mind, Miss Evie Oddly. We need to hang out and smoke one day. Next subject.
Vanjie.
Okay, so I get to be this person. I get this. Okay, sorry. I had to bring my foot into the picture. Oh my god, who screenshots that? So yeah, I cleaned them, I promise. Vanjie did Libra's justice.
I was like, that just looked
Ooh,
great. It's
clean,
just everything just
clean,
looks expensive.
polished. Libras are
It's
about
just
being
she's coming
perfectionists.
with
honey.
shape. She's coming with
She
shape.
walked in, and it's like, honey, I got to glue this on top of my head, bitch, but you got to do what you got to do. I said, that's right,
taking that shit,
Vanjie.
and that's one step at a time.
Oh. I will say this the second time I've seen her with some flowers, but that was because of Valentina the first time. Don't make this a habit, girl. But I will say it was beautiful. You did give me Tu Wong Fu very much, and there was no shade from that. It was like once Chi Chi was elevated, but you gave me the strawberry red and wild party, if you could say that, and you were able to walk up on the picnic stage. You know what I'm talking about. That it is. Yeah. Do what you want to. I love that movie. But yeah, I was very, 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 very happy.
with Vanjie,
I
yes.
cried a little bit, but I was like, thank you. But I was sad there was only one Libra, as well as Jamar getting one Scorpio.
At least you had a good one.
There was no Geminis. There was no
Geminis,
Virgos.
Cancers.
There was so much opportunity.
Taurus.
Oh, I couldn't believe it. All them Aries, but not one Taurus was up there. That made. I was like, how did that happen?
Child.
This was weird. In Sagittarius, we'll get to that in a second, because girl.
We almost there. Akira gave you full-fledged Southern pageant walk when she came out.
And it's a Sade number that she's walking to. Contestant number 3, Akira Chanel Davenport from Dallas, Texas. Representing her home state. Currently living in Houston, Texas. Like, we could have done the whole pageant walk for
It
her.
was just the whole stance. She is being sponsored by X, Y, and Z Corporation.
Her father is of the legendary household of Davenport, such and such. It was very that.
Very presentation.
The only issue I had with that dress in the entire look, because I couldn't talk about none of it, was the fish on the front looked very childlike pinata give me tease.
I almost didn't notice it was a fish until she said it. I just thought it was just a part of a design. I'm
yeah.
Like, oh.
No, those are the fish.
That's what that's supposed to be. Got it.
But I love the dress. I love the hair. I love the makeup.
I mean, it was still pageant. It was still everything. So, let's see. We are now at Miss Mercedes Iman Diamond, Sagittarius. Where was the other half of your prop? She pulled that tiny, itty-bitty arrow out. And we're like, sis, this is a stick, darling. And this.
Oh, that's what I was about to go into. What was that?
That was a choice. But this was right.
Oh, the mug was beat.
This was it.
The mug was beat.
Okay.
But no.
This was a something. That was a something.
Right.
Yeah, but at least you got the makeup right this week. But you should have just left the bow and arrow off the stage, because it didn't help you at all.
It wasn't needed or necessary.
It didn't help you at all. Ooh.
All right, Kahana. So I'll go. Because mine's not gonna be nice. So,
Kahana, baby, you are loved here at the Matt Moore Show. But this was hard to watch. This was very cringy. Ay.
In the words of Alexander Rogers, let's talk about the unit. Let's talk about the unit. What the fuck was that wig on top of your head doing there? Distracting you from all of your manly ways. The fuck is going on here? I am confused. Bitch, $15 to $20 at the most. Then I need to get into this goddamn outfit.
Or lack
what
thereof.
about that was whatever you were? Was she Aries or a Taurus?
She was supposed to be an Aries.
Sister, what the fuck was that? And then as you're walking, I'm just living for my chiffon, which I wasn't.
I was like,
and then it comes off.
Just, oh, and you saw Rue was like, oh,
All Star 4, it was wigs, and this season it's about the garments and the things that they have for the accessories.
No.
Bitch, what the fuck was that? And then it was like, I don't know. I don't care. Y'all can do this. He's a cute boy shit. For me, I don't. No.
But
no.
This runway was not. She was not that girl.
It can't be Coco's fault. No.
She's like, look, she is her own. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Your regular outfit that you had was not good enough. You put horns on it, giving it Aries tees, and that still wasn't good enough. Boom. Because that was a regular outfit. That's the sad part.
At least we get to end on a good note.
Jesus Christ.
Miss Scarlet Envy.
That fucking wig. Oh. I'm sorry. I'm still stuck on that shitty shit.
Scarlet Envy.
That was sickening, Scarlet.
She came out.
Beautiful. She gave you super villain
I was
tease.
like, oh yes.
It was very hot.
Oh yes.
The mohawk with the wig and then with the bubbles blow, and it was like
very, very that. See, y'all said that we was giving her so much shit episode 1 because she looked a mess.
She did.
But we said if she gives us what we need,
I'll give her the praise.
We will give her the coots.
And I'm doing it now.
And we're giving it to her right now. This was everything. This was everything.
Ooh, I was like, ooh, yes.
It was all up in here. It was all the facial up in here.
She did all of this. It was right. I was good for it. I had no complaints.
So that was the runway, child.
I'm just gonna go ahead and get you to the winners and who the bottom is because we've already ran this a little long. Top 2 and the actual winners, which I was glad they did a double win, was Evie Oddly and Scarlet Envy.
The one that was picked last, girl.
And then mind you, Scarlet on the runway. I just want to let everybody know I was picked last.
Because she knew that she wore out that challenge. I just want to let y'all know, and I want y'all to gag.
Scarlet,
I want y'all to gag.
I'm actually here for it now. I was like, I did the same. I was picked last, Rue, by the way. Now, our bottom 2, which one we're not shocked by, which was David from, the gym. I'm sorry, Kahana. And then you had
Mercedes.
Which Mercedes had a very sad story that she told in the runway where she did suffer from a stroke before. And coming back from that is very difficult as far as how you look and feel because you do lose, like, control of your body. Body, yes. I used to date somebody who had seizures and had strokes like that. And shout out to you, John, watching this. I am giving you credit here. But I know what that looks like from his perspective and how he was feeling every day. Like, I don't want to be seen, Matthew. So it's tough. And I hear her on that. I don't know what this has to do with what was on the runway, though, but, I
mean, well, as far as outfit choice, that could be,
Maybe she was revealing something too much, like revealing her body. She's like, I was not, because this is a lot, which I get, but to me, I'm like, if I get one more, I know you don't like what I did, but this is why my life sucks.
But you know what? If somebody has a stroke,
actually,
they said they don't,
They asked her that. I have to rephrase that. They did ask her what was
what is your
versus it being? Let me just volunteer.
Because you're very.
I retract my statement.
What word did they use? Like, you're very minimal. You're minimizing yourself. And she's like, well, after the stroke, after losing part, I never saw myself the same way. And that's very deep. Because you could be sitting on the outside, people looking at you, feel like, oh, girl, you look beautiful. But if you don't feel it within.
What did Brooklyn say when she was talking to her about it?
You look prettier now than before.
Yeah.
And you know what?
It was so funny.
That's a friend that makes you laugh. That's a friend that gives you encouragement.
Very
make you
needed
laugh.
and necessary.
But I'm glad she was able to get that off her chest because you could see once it was off her chest what happened later. Hey, hallelujah. But yeah, shout out to you, Miss Mercedes, but you weren't about it.
So they had to lip sync, and I want to give a shout out to this channel because I feel like people are watching and they're not trying to put me on the payroll. World of Wonder, what the fuck? Sis, we've been talking about that song.
They tried to do their oops, I did it again.
Yes,
I'm like
you have all that Britney anthems and you're going to do what? Okay, so once I heard that cloud.
I was like,
I said, oh shit.
Yes.
Oh shit. I said, now Mercedes, I know we just had a moment. But you cannot let the personal trainer over here beat you.
I really was just like, oh, well, Mercedes gone.
I thought so
At
too.
the beginning of it, I'm like, oh damn,
I thought Tumbling Tom was gonna get her.
She was about to do it, but baby,
Woo!
when that beat hit,
she didn't go into it too hard in the beginning, which is what was needed.
That's
because
how you do it.
You build up, but then when that wig came out,
whoop,
boom,
dude,
pow, pow.
I was like, oh!
I said, okay.
Oh!
And here comes Kahana flying in. Like, what is happening?
Yo,
you can't control yourself.
I stood up. Like I said, whoa.
Banji said, wait a minute,
Don't
bitch, don't
hit
you
me
hit me.
whole. Baby, look, that was what happened. She didn't properly
She was trying too hard.
She didn't spot where she was about to go
No.
next, and she lost it, so she was just
You
like...
saw how she looked up and was like, I'm going to land. Bitch, that's some shit I do. I was some gymnastics knowing about to run in this. I didn't run that last
Oh, but
open.
baby, I saw Mercedes, just even in her face expression, you could tell that she was
here for it.
She
was
the
not going to
whole
lose.
time. Where, I was like, come on.
And Kahana was doing very strong hand movements and motions. That room was cool that
Kahana
day,
was
bitch.
at gymnastics practice. She did a full black foot
Girl,
tumble.
she was at gymnastics practice. I was like, what are you doing?
That didn't even...
Not for the song. That
She
didn't
looked...
go.
It's just her naturally masculine energy. Like, she looked very masculine in that moment.
I'm here for androgyny, y'all. I really am. But when you are giving... We're on Rep 5, David. Nah,
Intentionally trying to present feminine. Bless her heart.
All of it.
Bless her heart.
All of it.
But Mercedes, you wore that out.
You did it, sis.
You gave
Hold your
me
head high.
Hold
your head high. Fingers to the sky. I was like...
Oh,
okay.
Shit. I was like, I was here for it. Just watching her be as happy as she was performing, I was like, okay, she's here now. She's on.
Mercedes has been kept.
Kahana had to.
Kahana out of the way. What is it? 13 girls remain.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're on to Untucked. This is the last couple minutes we have here for that. So sorry if you thought we were going to give it 30 minutes. It's not worth it. Trust and believe.
It's really not.
All right. So I need to get into just the Evie and Raja situation because honestly, that's all I really care about. Silky was like, what happened, you guys? Because half the people who were on the team were in the room. But guess what? Them hoes weren't speaking their truth. Let's be real about it. They were not speaking their truth. They both all said that Ariel was the one that sort of like led that in and da-da-da-da-da. Whack.
They tried to have that conversation of, Silky is always trying to use her size as an excuse and the whole skinny versus fat thing. There is a stereotype to that, how people say they can't say anything about the fat people, but everybody who's large can say something about the skinny people and it'd be funny. It's like, now, wait a minute now. You can't be body shaming. One can't be considered body shaming and the other one be considered a ha-ha knee slapper. Like...
And you can apply that to a lot of things in life. Okay? So I was here for that conversation. I also was not here for Raja bringing up what happened in the workroom like that. It was like, now you know that happened hours ago. And she was still mad about it.
That whole Evie and Raja thing, to me, should have been squashed so long ago. Because, first of all, it wasn't even directly between the two of you. It was really, inadvertently between Silky and Ariel, but y'all just got caught up in by association.
Because you were talking about her. You said you weren't talking about her. She called people who were talking about her a pussy for not even speaking up on it. And like a hit dog, you hollered. So here you are in the back room, letting us know that you're bleeding, sis, and that you're pissed. Evie comes back up in there, and it turns into this, I'm about to have this discussion with you. Bitch, I don't care about you. I was like, yes, Evie. I didn't care that you apologized, though, but I know why you apologized. It wasn't for Raj, it was for the room. That was for the room.
Really, so we can just kind of like dead.
Like, let's stop it because she's doing too much and...
Why did she get up?
Oh, that was... You saw that Bambi get up?
That
Billy Goat Scruff get up?
She got up and left like she just had a Vixen Eureka heated type of argument.
And it wasn't. She just looked dumb
They
because
had
once
reason
again,
to get up because they was about to fight.
Blows. They already were up.
That y'all had was I was like, what? She went over there talking to Plastique like she just had some dramatic ass. I'm like, Huh?
Akira said it best about Raja. She was like, girl, you're taking this a little too seriously.
Very much so.
You
I'm
have way
like, you
more
are
things to be
blowing this
worried
so
about.
far out of proportion.
It's not that deep.
It wasn't even about you.
How she come from my mug? She came from my mug. Can you believe that? Came from my mug? And I'm looking at her like, yes, that face came for it. All of it. Center square. What the fuck you want to mean? X gets the spot. So yeah.
Very, very odd.
And this was about Silky, mind you, while she's in the room
Again.
sitting there listening to them try to sit there and defend themselves for not speaking about her.
Sipping.
I'm like, this is crazy.
She's just up there sipping. She wouldn't.
It's too much.
Watching it go on, but really, that was I mean, what was the judge's name?
Which one? Bobby?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bobby Moynihan came back there and had a whole moment because, you know, on Saturday Night Live, they did that skit with Chris Pine, and it was the lip sync that was with Charlie Hides and Trinity Tuck, that one that was popular that season. So he came back there and, you know, talked to the people about how much he loves the show, gave a little insight about what they did for Saturday Night Live. He tried to shablam and did a dip. And, you know.
So, the man just said safety first. But you know what? That's what, you know, if your masculinity, if you're secure in your masculinity.
That's what we want to see.
Those are allies right there.
I don't have to walk around and be like, oh, let me pretend to be somebody else or act differently around you.
Nobody
had
to think of him differently.
I got it.
Oh,
I got it.
Because it was wearing me out.
It was like,
it was wearing me
where
out.
did you come from? Okay, sorry.
But I saw it on the light before we started, but I thought it was going to stop. I was hoping it would go. Anyway, that's the kind of, you know, representation that we like to see for a heterosexual, you know, cis male ally, you know, who's secure and can walk in heels and be in this group and us not thinking differently from him.
He walked in them.
Nobody watched that and think, oh, this man is gay. Like, we could clearly see that this is just a man having fun in the moment with drag queens.
And the only people who would think that are, well, you just start to write it out. Just essays due tomorrow.
Extra credit if you do.
Hello. Okay. So we thought the episode was cool.
That's it.
Here for it? All right. Next week should be interesting. It's not an acting challenge, but more of an improvisational type of.
Really.
It's supposed to be evangelical television, which I'm here for.
Oh, like what's supposed to be
TVN, or is that it? Yeah, like, what's her name? I'm Sam Bang, thank you for joining us today. And the 700 Club, where he talks to, that man right there. He is so homophobic and just evil, like, in his own kind of way. I'm so sorry, but the shit I hear him say with that calm face, I'm like, you can't tell me God behind that, honey. No way. Not with all that wrongness coming out. I said what I said, but I keep saying it again. Hey, it's your boy Matty Rants. Remember, the links are below. At Matty Rants on both Facebook and Instagram. You know to follow me on Instagram for like all the lives, as well as on Twitter for at the Matty Rants, Jamar84 for all other platforms. And all platforms, I don't know why I say all other, they're all platforms of Jamar84. Remember, donate and help out the channel. That's Cash App, $ Matty Rants, paypal.me/Matty Rants. Merchandise is available with Teespring. That link's in the description. We got Rufus's 2500.
Y'all, we done got our goal. Thank you to any and all who donated and shared the link. We finally made our 2,500 goal. I'm working now with my mom to get him to get his blood work and stuff done so we can see the whole process. I'll be showing that, so follow me on all my social media to see the whole process as my baby gonna go through the surgery. They love you, Rue.
That's right. So if you have questions about his dog, get to his email and ask him. Don't you get in my inbox. What about, this is adopted, not even. This is like nephew on some other occasion. I come by every now and then. I make sure he shits and pees. That's it. And sometimes better because he's so scruffy wuffly with his stinky self. And anywho.
Thank y'all so much, for real. I really do appreciate that.
Thank you for being the Rant Pack I know you to be, and the supporting people that we love you for. Thank you for supporting the channel. Hugs and kisses, all my best love and wishes to you. It's your boy, Matty Rants.
And Jamar84.
We'll see you next week. Actually, we'll see you Sunday for the Afterthoughts. Yes, Afterthoughts. Because I need to talk about this, R. Kelly with you, the Neverland tea. Because I did get to see everything. Ooh, I got it. We'll watch it. Okay. We got to go, y'all.
I want to see it now.
Catch us Sunday, because it's going to be shade. I want to dive a little deeper into Untucked and all that other stuff, too. So, we'll see you then. This was an hour. We didn't do what we were supposed to do. I'll be up all night.
I told you.
Bye.
Every time.
It's 14 Queens. Don't fault me for it. It's a long episode. Deal with it. Bye.